fully connected and the whole theme is spiritual, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Okay. So Kabir, I added your name also here in the 3D diorama. Okay. Anyone else has any questions or? Yes, Kabir, please unmute.
When is the diorama due?
Yeah, everything is written here.
Oh.
Everything is due by 7:15. Yeah, I think your mom has access to this, so you can work with her. And okay, any other questions? So you have good 3 weeks to work on this. Is that sufficient? Anything else? Everyone has signed up for at least one thing, I believe. Okay. So we will chant one round together. You remember in this section which we are reading, there's a beautiful verse about chanting, which we read. I didn't ask you to memorize it, but it's still a very important verse. Anyone recalls which part of the story it comes? We have read that recently. Okay. It was towards the end of the fight with yakshas. Now Dhruva is surrounded by problems or challenges, yakshas, from all sides. And the last verse in this chapter, chapter 10, will someone like to read this? Text 30. This is the last verse from chapter 10. Yes, Vinita?
Hare Krishna. All the sages said, Dear Dhruva, O son of King Utanpad, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Sharangad, Sharangadhanva, who relieves the distress of his devotees, kill all your threatening enemies. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. Therefore, simply by chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, many men can be fully protected from fierce death without difficulty. Thus, a devotee is saved. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Isn't that a beautiful meditation before chanting? So we are also like Dhruva, trying to practice bhakti. Dhruva, of course, was a pure devotee, but we are trying to follow in his footsteps. And he was surrounded by distress from all sides, pretty much like us. We also have challenges. The mind is disturbed, so many ups and downs, enemies. But the holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. There's no difference between the name and the Lord. So, by simply chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we'll be protected. So, with that as the mood in the meditation, we will chant one round together. Okay? So, everyone can chant one round, and then we will study the last chapter of Dhruva Maharaj's story. Today is session number 13 in this connection. We had 12 sessions so far. We've been doing it for like 3 months now, right? 3 or maybe even more. Are you all liking the Dhruva story? And then you'll have the project also to complete in the next few weeks. Okay, so let's pray. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshtarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram. Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear friends, thank you so much for taking out most valuable time. I see the Dhruva, Pari, Kabir, Avni, Vedahi, Vinita, Kabir, Shambhavi, and Ansh. Thank you so much for taking out your most valuable time. Athar was here. He went for something, not yet back. Is he coming?
Yeah, Prabhuji, he's in the bathroom right now.
Okay. How many of you know this verse, Krishnaya Vasudevaya? Raise your hand. Devaki Nandanaya Cha. Yes, Vinita? You're thinking?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blanking.
Okay. No worries. Yes, Dhruv, you want to go?
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah.
Nice, nice. Don't feel pressure or anything. We all forget. It's okay, you know. Krishna gives us remembrance, Krishna gives us forgetfulness. It's okay. So, very similar verse we'll try to cover. It's not in the Dhruva story, but it's an important verse. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Easy, right? Not very hard. Easy words. Okay, let's see if you all can tell the meaning. Krishnaya, who knows the meaning? Unmute. Yes, you can quickly unmute and just speak up.
Krishna
Krishna or unto
or for Krishna to Krishna.
to Krishna. Like Krishnaya Namaha, Vasudevaya Namaha, right? Govindaya Namaha, right? We say all these names. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Govindaya. Right? So two. Krishnaya, Vasudevaya. What does Vasudevaya mean? Yes. Unmute. Yes, Dhruv.
I think it means like Vasudev, son, like son of Vasudev.
Son of Vasudev. Vasudev. There are multiple meanings, but a common meaning is son of Vasudev. So the Vasudev. Vasudev, son, Vasudev. Right? Haraye. What does Haraye mean? It's also a name of Krishna, Hari, right? Lord Hari. Hari becomes Haraye, like Govind becomes Govinda. Paramatmane, Paramatma, Super Soul. These are all names of Krishna. Pranata Klesha Nashaya. Klesh, have you heard this? Klesh ka nash. Klesh is difficulties, challenges, distress, problems. Nash means destroy. Nash is, right? You heard in Hindi also. Nash, Sarvanash, right? All the challenges, difficulties, distress will be destroyed. By whom? By those who have taken, or for whom? Of those who have shaken shelter, pranata. Tadvidi prani patina. So pranata, those are surrendered. To whom? Govinda. There are 5 names of Krishna. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. Right? Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Govinda. Namo Namaha, my humble obeisance. Easy? Let's read the translation. Who will read? Yes, Avni?
Again and again we offer our obeisances unto Lord Krishna, Hari, the son of Vasudev. That supreme soul, Govind, vanquishes the suffering of all who surrender to him. Hare Krishna.
Now let's go reverse order. Do you recall the verse in the word in the verse? Can you say? Who can try to recall? Yes, Shambhavi? I'll highlight and then you have to tell which word was that referring to.
Krishnaya.
Beautiful. Krishnaya. Yes, Dhruv. Is everyone referring what I'm asking? Makes sense? Okay, try. Yeah, Dhruv.
Vasudevaya.
Krishna Vasudevaya. Now, let's try okay, this one. Change the color to maybe blue. Okay. Yes, Avni?
Hari,
Haraye. Very good. Paramatmane. Paramatma, super soul, right? Pranata. Pranata means, what's the word here? Those who have taken shelter or surrendered to him. Pranata. Okay, this word. Who can tell? Yes, Vedi.
Kleshanashai.
Klesha. Nashaya. Govindaya Namo Namaha. Easy now? Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Vedi, are we building a kind of a verse list like something like this? We have this Word document like updated?
I don't think it's been updated yet, but we can go through that.
Yeah. If you could add these verses plus the more we'll cover, and at the end of every class, you can post that also. This is the updated list of verses. Okay, that will be very helpful for everyone. So you'll add this verse also, which we are learning today. Okay, very, very beautiful verse. So what is it telling? Who will tell the English meaning in their language? Who can tell the English? It doesn't need to be word to word. It's just, what is the meaning of this verse? Avni, try. Yeah,
So it's saying like those who surrender unto Lord Krishna, he destroys all their difficulties. Klesha, I'm not remembering the
yeah,
word
this
in the train.
difficulties, all good.
And I offer my obeisances unto him.
Very nice. And just to add the specific names, and Sanskrit is a very beautiful language, right? So this comes towards in the fourth line. But if you notice in the translation, you see, it's the first line. Are you all following this? So the translation doesn't need to be, exactly starting from here. That's the beauty of Sanskrit. So I offer my obeisance again and again, Namo Namaha, again repeatedly, to whom? To Govinda, to Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, who is the super soul in everyone's heart, who is also Hari, the super soul in everyone's heart. And those who take shelter of him, he destroys all the challenges, all the difficulties, problems in their lives, he'll completely uproot. Is it okay? Let's recite this couple of times. Who would like to try? And this is very easy verse, guys. You can all memorize it in like, I'm giving you a challenge to memorize this in like today, in like 2 minutes. Let's see who all can do it. Okay, it's very easy. You all have to do it in like 2 minutes or less. Okay. So a few of you will recite seeing it, and then I'll hide the screen. Okay. Okay. And in the meantime, you're all memorizing it also. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. There's another meter also. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Easy, whichever you like. Okay, Shambhavi and Vinita will speak while seeing it, and then the screen will be off. Okay, go ahead.
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः.
Did you already know this verse? Ah, that's why you're so eager on this, huh? I can sense it. Good, good. That's very good. You already know it. Good. Yes. Next.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namah.
Very nice. Okay, so Dhruv has asked a beautiful question, which I'll have to see here. Who is speaking this verse? It's in Canto 10. Let me quickly refer this. If someone can. Yes, Laksha Prabhu, you had a thought? Okay, I'm just trying to pull the. Yes, Laksha Prabhu, you had a thought?
No, Prabhuji. Sorry.
So let's see. Nishti and Dhir have also joined. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Let's read a quick summary so we'll get this. Lord Krishna blesses the liberated kings. The chapter shows how Lord Krishna, after freeing the kings imprisoned by Jarasandha, mercifully gave them his audience and bestowed royal gifts upon them. Okay, why don't we all read this quickly? Okay, who will want to read? Yes, Atar, then Ravni, then Shambhavi. Okay. Yeah.
This chapter, when
Yeah.
Lord Krishna freed the 20,800 kings from Jarasandha had imprisoned, they immediately fell to the ground to pay him obeisances. Then they stood with joined palms and began to pray to him, seeing their imprisonment as an act of mercy by the Lord to smash their false pride. The kings prayed only to be granted whatever would facilitate their perpetual remembrance of his lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So everyone getting the context? So Jarasandha was envious of the Lord. Finally, Lord, and he had kidnapped many queens and kings. So Lord Krishna freed them, and now they're offering their prayers with joined palms. Yes, Avni. Avni, go next.
The Lord assured the kings that their prayer would be fulfilled. He instructed them, worship me by performing Vedic sacrifices and protect your subjects in accordance with the principles of religion. Fixing your minds on me, beget progeny, and remain always equipoised in happiness and distress. Thus, at the end of your lives, you will surely attain me.
Very nice. Who can tell a verse which can back this up? Fix your minds upon me, remain equipoised, do your duties, worshipping me, remembering me, do your duties, and at the end of life, you will attain me. At the end of life, you will attain me if you fix your mind upon me. That's a keyword. Fix your mind upon me, and at the end of the life, you will attain me. Hint, chapter 8, Bhagavad Gita. Try. Yam Yam or Antakale. Antakale, who knows this verse? Yes, Vedi.
Antakale cha Evam yovetu tatvata. No, wait. I'm mixing up something else in my head. Antakale cha me eva murmukva kalevaram ya prayati samad bhavam yati nasyati samsaya.
Nice. Almost there. Good. Good. Okay, next. Yes, Shambhavi. Yeah, you can complete this.
Lord Krishna then saw to it that the kings were properly bathed and dressed. He had Savid, wait,
Sahadev.
Sahadev offered them flower garlands, sandalwood plump, fine clothing, and other things suitable for kings. After having them adorned with jewels and golden ornaments, he seated them on chariots and sent them off to their respective kingdoms. In coordination with the orders the Lord had given them, they began to carry out their various duties once again. Lord Krishna, Bhima, and Arjuna then departed for Indraprastha, where they met with King Yudhishthira and related to him everything had happened.
Very nice. Everyone knows who is Sahadev? Raise your hand if you know. Okay. Sahadev is one amongst the 5 Pandavas, right? So, okay, good. So Shukdev Goswami is speaking about this story, right? About the Jarasandha had defeated these kings and imprisoned them, and finally, Parikshit Maharaja, Raja here is Parikshit. Sorry, the kings are referring to Lord Krishna. Sorry, the kings, these who were imprisoned, right? So all these verses are being spoken by. Now who can tell? Who spoke this verse to whom? The kings who were kidnapped by Jarasandha, referring to 20,000 kings, are offering this prayer to? That's the easy part. To whom? To their savior, Krishna, right? Okay? They're offering their obeisance to whom? Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govind. Because see, all they were in difficulty, they were in trouble. We can remember this verse while chanting also. We're also like Dhruva was also in difficulty. Similar words we just read, right? Dhruva was in difficulty, he remembered Lord, he took shelter of Lord. Okay, now raise your hand if you have memorized this. If you have memorized this verse. Let's see. Almost all of you. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, we'll take a few. And others also please try to memorize. So Mishti, then Kabir.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Prantakaleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Beautiful. Next.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Hare.
Hare Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Very nice. A third you also memorized?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Wow. Oh, outstanding. Come on, go ahead.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govindaya Namo Nama. Hare Krishna.
And what's the Kunti Maharani's prayer so that we don't confuse the two? Krishnaya Vasudevaya. Yes, Vedi.
Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
So what's the similarity in these two prayers? Is there any similarity? What's the similar? Which lines are similar or same exactly? Yes, Ansh.
The first one.
Is Ansh correct or incorrect? How many of you say Ansh is correct? How many of you say he's incorrect? How many of you say he's partially correct? Is there any other similarity in this verse, in these two verses? Raise your hand if you can tell that. Yes, Dhruv.
The last verse was the last sentence or something like this.
Yeah, the last line. What's the last line? Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nanda. Krishnaya Vasudevaya. What's the Kunti Maharani's prayers? Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namo. So Govindaya Namo Namo is same also. Did you notice that? How many of you say yes? Say yes, because it is. So you by one learning, like kind of learning like two verses at once. Okay, so Vedi, please put this also in that document. So most of you already know the previous one, and then this one you can add. Okay,
Prabhuji, what was the verse number? The one you just.
73:16.
Okay.
And I
Thank
see unsure saying I can't memorize it. Tell me more. What does it mean? Like you need more
I
time?
can't remember it
Like at the moment, or are you
at the moment.
okay? So a better way to tell our mind is I need more time to memorize it. Okay? Because whatever dialogue we tell our mind, it manifests, right? So if I tell my mind, oh, I can't remember it or I can't memorize it, basically it's negative self-talk, which we would not like. If I would not say it to anyone else, then I should not say it to myself also. Will I say to any one of you, hey, you can't memorize it? That's impolite, right? It's inappropriate, right? So we should not tell it to ourselves. So maybe you can tell that I need more time. I need maybe 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes to go through it so that I can or have partially done it, right? Does that help? This is part of self-care, my dear friends. Never do negative self-talk. Okay? Making sense? Okay, I don't know how I got to this verse somehow. It was not our plan, but maybe some plan was there, divine plan. So anyways, where were we in the Dhruva story? Dhruva's fight with Yakshas was going on. And then comes the great, okay, you try to fill in the blanks. Okay, I will leave a spot here. So the fight was going on. Dhruva was overpowered by all the weapons, and then he finally remembered the dash astra, and he took that special astra, special weapon, name that if you recall. And then he remembered Lord's name. It starts with N. He did Achman before. You remember? He did Achman. How many of you tried Achman? Did anyone try? Okay, please try. If you didn't try it, please try. You have the process, okay? And then finally, all the illusion was gone, and there was Narayana, right? Not Narayana, Narayanastra. And finally, all the illusion was gone, and he started killing wholesale, chopping off their arms, their head, their legs, etc., like wholesale killing of yakshas. And then comes on the scene Dhruva's named Dash. Okay, fill in the blank. And he gives some advice. So who appeared on the scene? Hmm. And he gave some feedback. Hmm. The grandfather. Very nice. Manu, Swayambhu Manu in particular. And he requested him to please fight more viciously, true or false, and kill all of them. Don't spare anyone. True? False? False. Yes, he said, hey, don't kill everyone. One guy killed your brother and you're killing like thousands of them. That's not fair. And at that point, Dhruva humbly received. Manu gave a lot of good advice. And that's where we paused last time, right? The Swayambhu Manu. And he also said these are the, associates of Kuvera and Shiva. Those were brothers. So by fighting with someone, you are like building, you know, animosity with many others because of your anger, right? So please follow my instructions. Don't be a source of problem. Don't be over angry, right? You are agitating Lord Shiva because who is Kuvera's brother and these are Kuvera's associate. So Dhruva received respectfully. He didn't say, hey, who are you to tell me? I know better. I am better devotee. No, he didn't say that. And Swayambhu Manu left the scene. And that brings us to the last chapter. So what happened? Dhruva's anger subsided and he ceased. At that very moment, he ceased or stopped killing yakshas. When Kuvera, the most blessed master of the treasury, learned the news, he appeared before Dhruva. At that very time, Kuvera appeared. Okay, now you all will read. So like always, so please raise your hand if you want to get a chance to read. And when your chance comes, then you can drop your hand. So everyone, please raise your hand if you would like to read. The master of treasury Kuvera said, "O sinless of a Kshatriya, I am very glad to know that under the instruction of your grandfather, you have given up your enmity. Although it is very difficult to avoid, I am pleased with you." Yes. Okay, Atar, Vedi, Shambhavi, then Ansh. Let's start.
Actually, you have not killed the Yakshasas, nor have they killed your brother, for the ultimate cause of generation and annihilation is the eternal time feature of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna.
Misidentification of oneself and others as I and you on the basis of bodily concept of life is a product of ignorance. This bodily concept is the cause of repeated birth and death, and it makes us go on continuously in material existence.
Very nice. Next.
My dear Dhruva, come forward. May the Lord always grace you with good fortune. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond our sensory perception, is the supersoul of all living entities, and thus all entities are one without distinction. Therefore, begin rendering service unto the transcendental form of the Lord, who is the ultimate shelter of all living entities.
Very nice. I want to bring our attention to this verse. This is an important verse also. that misidentification of oneself with I and you. Aham tvam iti aparthadhir. I and you. Ajnanat purushaya hi. Yaya bandha. This is the cause of bondage in this material world. So important verse. Yes, next.
Engage yourself fully, therefore, in the devotional service of the Lord, for he can only deliver us from this entanglement of materialistic existence. Although the Lord is attached to his material potency, he is aloof from her activities. Everything in this material world is happening by the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Very nice. So, who is speaking this? To whom? Yes, Avani. Guys, all of you are reading this, right? Only a few know the answer. Yes, Avani, try.
Kuver is speaking this to Dhruv Maharaj.
Yes, we just read, right? So Kuvera said, Ananda Uvacha, the master of treasury, when he appeared before the scene, being pleased by Dhruva, he spoke these following verses. Now, let's take an interesting verse here. Actually, you have not killed Yakshas, nor have they killed your brother. If you are, imagine a judge in the court, and a murderer has killed someone. A shooter has killed someone. So can you, being the judge, say, hey, actually, or let's say A killed B, then C, who's the brother of A, killed B. Now C is in the court, and you are the judge. Are you following? A killed B, A and C are brothers, B killed A. Sorry, B killed A and C are brothers, C killed B to take the revenge. That's what happened. A and C are brothers, and B is the other party. So who is A here, who is C here, who is B here? In this story. Is everyone getting? B killed A, C is the brother of A, and C killed B. Yes, Mishti.
A is Uttama, B is the Yaksha, and C is Dhruva Maharaj.
Yes, very good. Is everyone getting this story? Right, with me? So now comes another party, D, who is like the judge or like a higher authority. And the case has gone to the court. Can the judge say, well, A didn't kill B, B didn't kill, or sorry, B didn't kill A, and C didn't kill B? What do you think? Make sense? So here is a spiritual dimension. Every aspect has we can see things from multiple lenses, right? For example, this is an object, right? It's like a remote. One way of looking things is what? That it's a white remote. Is that fair? Right? Now, one way of seeing it is like it's a product of material nature and ultimately coming from God, which is temporary, right? Which has a beginning and an end. Are you all following? But generally, we don't speak that lens. We just say, oh, it's a white remote. So when we are in this world, we have to follow the rules of the world. And there are divine rules also, right? But when we live in this world, we have to go by the laws of the material world also. We cannot say, I am a devotee, so I will not stop on the red light. Because ultimately, red light, green light is all ultimately it's all creation of God. And when I see red, I feel like remembering the red dress of Krishna, and I feel attracted, and I just run, or I just keep my car running. One may be in transcendental state, but they cannot, ignore the material laws. Is it making sense? Okay. So we have to we if you are the judge in the court, you can't say, like who killed who doesn't matter, right? Just wanted to make sure that the message is rightly conveyed. Okay, so engage in the worship of the divine Lord. Yes. Next, Havni, Vinita, Dhruv.
My dear Dhruv Maharaj, son of Maharaj Uttanpad, we have heard that you are constantly engaged in transcendental loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known for his lotus navel. You are therefore worthy to take all benedictions from us. Please, therefore, ask without hesitation whatever benediction you want from me.
Very nice. And who is this? If you are in Dhruva's situation, what benediction will you ask him? Remember, who's the person on the other side who's giving benediction? Who's the person who's saying, take some benediction from me? Blessing, Ashirvad. Who's the person saying that? Kuvera. Kuvera is known for? What is Kuvera known for?
Money.
Money? Pizzas?
Wealth.
Cars? Or ice creams? So he's known for? He's the treasurer of pizzas? Or what? Video games? He's the treasurer of what? Treasurer of demigods, in charge of wealth, right? So what will you ask him? If if you see him face to face. Come on, type in, everyone type in. Everyone has to respond. Please engage in the class. Always see just like 2 or 3 of you responding, and others are just waiting to see everyone's response. Please engage. The more you engage, the more it will enhance your learning, understanding. To end poverty, okay. Give money to everyone. Money. So you'll ask for money. Most of you said you'll ask for money, maybe for yourself, maybe for others. Okay. But always remember that oh wow, Ansha said like very specific number. Only 100 million times 100 zillion. That's very specific. And that to not rupees, by the way, dollars. That's quite specific. Kuvera will need a secretary to count the zeros. Okay, that's good. You don't increase Kuvera's work now. But also remember, he's a great devotee also. All the demigods are also great devotees. Let's see what Dhruva asked. Next, whose turn was it? Okay, Vinita, then Dhruv.
The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, when thus asked to accept a benediction from Kuvera, the Yaksha Raja king of the Yakshas, Dhruv Maharaj, that most elevated pure devotee who was an intelligent and thoughtful king, begged that he might have unflinching faith and remembrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For thus a person can cross over the ocean of nescience very easily, although it is very difficult for others to cross.
It was a trick question I asked you. If you know Dhruva, you would have not said wealth. Let's elaborate it. What does it mean? Yes, Vinita?
Well, the first time that Dhruva was visited by Vishnu, he didn't ask for that, like to remember Vishnu all the time, and then afterwards he regretted not asking for that, and because he asked for wealth in the kingdom instead. So,
Very nice. And what did he compare to? Who knows? Yes, Dhruv?
I think it was something like a poor man asking a king for like $1 or something. Like I
Yeah,
think that
that's the analogy we took. Yeah, like,
Uncooked rice.
huh?
Uncooked rice.
Husked rice or chipped rice. Like, you go to a king who can offer Chappan Bhoga and you say, hey, can you give me 2 grams of chipped rice? And the also analogy is like broken pieces of glasses. If you find on the road you are traveling some broken pieces of glasses, will you be very excited to pick them up and get them home? But what if you see some gold? Maybe you'll say, oh, that looks precious, right? So he was already in a pure state. A pure devotee is Atmarama. A pure devotee is self-satisfied. And keep in mind that Dhruva also not only, he had the abundance of devotion, he was a pure devotee, and he had unlimited wealth also. Lord Krishna, Lord Narayana did give him that kingdom, right? Greater than Brahma. So why would he ask Kuvera for some flimsy thing? One time he already realized that that's not the thing to be asking. So what is the best thing to be asking? Although Dhruva had that devotion, but when we approach seniors, senior Vaishnavas, Guru, etc., the best thing to ask is unflinching faith and remembrance in the Supreme Lord. That's what he asked. For thus a person can cross the ocean of nescience very easily, although it's very difficult. So what is this ocean of material world? Everyone following now? Why and how and what was the situation behind the scene? Okay, good. Next. Whose turn is Ansh, then Pari?
Is it this one? The son of Idava? Okay. The son of Idavida, Lord Kuvera, was very pleased and happily gave Dhruva Maharaj the benediction that he wanted. Thereafter, he disappeared from Dhruva's presence, and Dhruva Maharaj returned to his capital city.
Very nice. So Kuvera was pleased and he gave him the benediction. What was the benediction? Vedi? We just discussed this.
Remember Krishna to cross over this ocean of omniscience.
Very nice. Okay, next. Pari?
As long as you remained at home, Dhruv Maharaj performed many great ceremonial sacrifices in order to please the enjoyer of all sacrifices, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prescribed ceremonial sacrifices are especially meant to please Lord Vishnu, who is the objective of such sacrifices and who awards the resultant benedictions.
Yeah, nice. Now Dhruva is back home. He rendered devotional service to the Supreme Lord, right? With unrelenting force, carrying out devotional service. He could see that everything is situated in text so that we can go quicker. So he continued his devotional service with godly qualities, very respectful to devotees, very kind to the poor and innocent, respected religious principles, With all these qualifications, he was considered to be the direct father of all the citizens. So a king, a ruler, a president, a prime minister, this is the mood the king should be, right? What's the verse which we all have memorized or trying to memorize? In the beginning, Narad Muni told him, and he developed all these qualities. Gunadikan. Who knows that? Hari?
Gunāti karma domnit se ano krosham gunādamat maitrin samanad alvichin nate pera vibhuyate.
Do you think this verse kind of fits in here also? Yes? Okay, good. Respectful to the others, elders, kind to the innocent, poor, and friendship with the equals. 36,000 years he ruled that planet. And when rule, it's not selfish. He ruled like a father would care for the children, practicing austerities, not um, you know, self indulgence. Okay, he ruled as a service. So a genuine leader takes the role of a leadership not because he wants that position, but he wants to serve or she wants to serve. That should be the mood if someone is in a leadership position. No, not to enjoy the fruits of the that position, but to be able to serve from that position, like Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj, in the story of Lord Ram, when he was in the forest, Bharat did not accept the throne, but he accepted the service to rule the kingdom for 13 years, 14 years. Yes, Dhruv?
I was just wondering if I could read, because I didn't read yet.
Sure, yeah, there are a lot more verses. Yes, okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Which one?
Yeah, here.
The self-controlled great soul Dhruv Maharaj thus passed many favorably executed three kinds of world activities, namely religiosity and economic development, and satisfaction of all material desires. Thereafter, he handed over the charge of the royal throne to his son.
Dharma, Artha, and Kama. And the last one is Moksha, right? These are the four duties in the human. So we have to do Dharma, then there is economic development. The scriptures give permission for economic development, provided it's in alliance with religiosity. For example, think of an occupation like becoming you have to start a business. One can open a casino, okay, to earn money, and one can open a school as a source of revenue, right? For economic development, these are some options, many options, but are both same? Are both good? Who's going to elaborate? Yes, Vinita?
Because our scriptures outline that gambling is not allowed, and the school is meant to teach people and help them grow. So if you look at it that way, school is the better option.
Very nice. So basically, casino is not aligned with dharma or religiosity, but school is, right? And one can get money from both, but one is not aligned. So one has to be aligned with dharma. So Dhruva was aligned, and then finally he put his son at the right time, and the story continues. So now he retired. He retired. Who has not read? And left his kingdom. his friends, his family, he did all his duties. Now he's going he was already self-realized, but still is going in the forest on Badrik Ashram. How many of you been to Himalayas? Like Haridwar, Rishikesh? Anyone? Maybe next time you go to India, you can try. So you went to Badrik Ashram. How many of you have, is investing gambling? Okay, it's a good question. Someone asked the question, investing gambling. Mishti is saying, Athar is saying no. Okay. Yeah, investing in the right way, in the right thing is not. Where are you referring to investing, like stocks and stuff? Dhruv, I think that was your question, right? So this is something called trading, and there's something called long-term investments. So long-term investments are not considered gambling. Okay. But there are this needs a lot of thought, and there are some risky investments and there are some less risky investments. There are some medium investments, right? So one has to do this intelligently, otherwise one can one can be one can like fall in the face. Remember this one principle: if something appears too good to be true, it's probably not true, right? If someone says, hey, you give me $1 and in 1 month I'll give you 10, right? That means they'll 10x your money in 1 month. They're probably cheating you. Or even if they say in 1 month I'll give you double, they're also cheating. And even 1 year someone says they'll give you double, that's cheating. Or that's very, very risky. If someone says you give me $2, and the end of the year I'll give you 3 back, what's the return you are getting on that investment? Who can tell? In percentage. Type in your answer. If I tell you, give me $2, at the end of the year, I'll give you 3 back. What's your rate of return? Everyone think and type in. You ask amazing questions, by the way. What's your rate of return? Everyone type in. I see some of the responses. I'm asking you, give me $2. At the end of the year, you get 3 total. You get 3 back. What's your rate of return? Many of you are saying 150%. See, you're getting 3 back. 2 was your original, right? If you get only 2 back, then you get 0 return. Are you following? The extra money you're getting, that's your return, not the 3. You gave the principal as 3. So your return is $1, which is equivalent to 50%, right? Make sense? Okay, good. This is very basic math, and which all of you should know, whether you become doctor or judge or pilot or teacher. Basic math is very essential because you need basic math to manage your funds also. Artha, dharma, artha, kama. Okay, so he went to the Badrik ashram. Let's wrap this story. Who has not read yet? Everyone? Okay, now we'll go for the second servings. Okay, Ansh, then Laksha. Let's please read this. And then
In Badrik Ashram, Dhruva Maharaj's senses became completely purified because he bathed regularly in the crystal clear purified water. He fixed his sitting position and by yogic practice controlled the breathing process of the air of life and the air of life. In this way, his senses were completely withdrawn. Then he concentrated his mind on the Archa Vigraha form of the Lord, which is the exact replica of the Lord, and thus meditating upon him, entered into a complete trance.
Wonderful. So you see, the place has an important effect. Badrikashram, filled with sages, filled with the holy environment, Satoguna, etc. So he did all that which his guru had told in the beginning. Also, you remember he did Archa Vigra, mind fix, breath, senses, all that in the beginning. Also, Narada Muni told him. You all remember? And this incessant tears flowing from his eye, heart melted, and he completely forgot his bodily existence, completely in like samadhi, in spiritual trance. And soon he saw something. Laksha?
As soon as the symptoms of his liberation were manifest, he saw a very beautiful airplane coming down from the sky as if the brilliant full moon were coming down, illuminating all the 10 directions.
Wow. Beautiful airplane. Yes, Ansh?
Dhruv Maharaja saw two very beautiful associates of Lord Vishnu in the plain. They had 4 hands and a blackish bodily luster. They were very youthful, and their eyes were just like reddish lotus flowers. They held clubs in their hand, and they were dressed in very attractive garments with helmets and were decorated with necklaces, bracelets, and earrings.
Very nice. So what's happening? Vishnudutas, two Vishnudutas, Nanda and Sunanda, they came to take home Dhruva. Where? Back home, back to Godhead. Yes, next, Pari. Nimai, would you like to read also?
Text 21, right?
Okay, yeah, Nimai, you can read. Pari will go after you.
Dhruva Maharaj, seeing that these uncommon personalities were direct servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, immediately stood up. But being puzzled in harshness, he forgot how to receive them in the proper way. Therefore, he simply offered obeisances with folded hands and chanted and glorified the holy names of the Lord.
Hare Krishna. Sometimes we do this also, like some senior devotees are coming, some Maharaj is coming to your home or temple. The best way to greet them is with folded hands, you glorify the chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Have you done that? Or sometimes, right, in the home, temple? Very nice. So that's how Dhruva greeted the servants of Lord Vishnu. That doesn't mean that if they need water, they say, no, no, we'll keep chanting, you stay thirsty. We have to do the needful also, right? If they're carrying a big bag, it's important we take their bag and like do the needful. Is everyone following? Okay. Yes, Pari?
Dhruv Maharaj was always absorbed in thinking of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. His heart was full with Krishna. When the two confidential servants of the Supreme Lord, who were named Nanda and Sunanda, approached him, smiling happily, Dhruva stood with folded hands, bowing humbly. They then addressed him as follows.
Okay, it has 50 verses. So I think it will be a little too much to cover all the verses today. What do you think? Where were we? Here. So what did Nanda and Sunanda tell Dhruva, right? So maybe that portion we'll cover in the last session because I don't think we can cover like 30 verses now, right? We don't have sufficient time. So let's quickly revise these verses. These are the 4 verses from the Dhruva story. Raise your hand if you have memorized this one. And if not, please, I'm requesting you almost every week. Please don't miss those, huh? Yes, Kabir, your turn. Yeah, please recite.
गुणादितिकाय मुदं लेप्से अनुक्रोशं गुणादमात् मैत्रेणं समादा अन्विच्चे नातापेरभिभूयते.
Very nice. Every man should act like this. When he meets a person more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compassionate toward him. And then, when he meets someone equal to himself, he should make friendship with him. In this way, one is never affected by the 3-4 miseries of this world. Okay. Next, who knows this? Vedi, please.
योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यान्सहस्रचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्.
Excellent. Who knows this one? Vinita?
यस्य प्रश्नो भगवान् गुणैर्मैत्र्यतिभिर्हरि तस्मै नाम्नन्ति भूतानि निम्नम् अप एव स्वयम्.
Very nice. And who knows this one? This was the last time we discussed this. Very, very beautiful verse. Ansh? You can recite while saying it, that's okay. Okay, who will recite while saying it? It's on the screen. Yes, Dhruv?
तितिक्षया करुणाय मैत्र्य चाखिलजन्तुषु समत्वेन च सर्वात्मा भगवान् सम्प्रसीदति.
Very nice. Okay, so please memorize these verses, and we learned one more. Who knows the verse we learned today? 1073:16. Raise your hand. Hey, all of you raised your hand earlier, but now only few. Forgot in the meantime? Yes, Avni, try.
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरिये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः.
Very nice. You all can chant this verse after getting up in the morning, okay? And after or before you sleep, or like while you're on the bed, you can chant this verse, powerful verse, okay? You'll feel a big difference. All your miseries will be destroyed. Okay, so next time we'll complete. We have 30 more verses to cover, or maybe 25. And the next time it will be the last, so it'll be 14th session. And please, next time we have a Kahoot also, so I'll go a little fast. And today we covered quite a few other things also. But again, focus on your projects. Don't wait till the last day of 7/14 to, you have doubts, you have questions, you have, some thoughtful insights. Come up, talk to me, talk to your family, friends, etc., and keep working. Okay. And there's a homework group which is feeling your separation. Okay. So please record verses and post there, right? Don't deprive it of your association. Okay. Anything else before we wrap up? Anyone has any question about anything? So thank you so much. Let's pause here and we'll continue next week. By the way, next week, okay. Next week, important thing, because I am traveling. I'm traveling. I'll think about it, and we'll have to adjust the timing. Will Saturday work for you, early morning? Saturday morning? What time is good? 10? 10 a.m. Eastern? How many of you like Saturday 10 a.m.? Because Sunday I'm busy whole day and Saturday I'm busy after like 11 also because I'm traveling. Saturday 10 a.m. Good? Eastern? Okay. Most likely it will be that then. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Yes, Ansh, what's on your
Hare
mind?
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare I need a good picture of Dhruva Maharaj for my animation.
Okay. Did you search on Google?
I'm looking for like where he before he like without folded hands, like in the chamber, in the quarters of the
Before,
king.
I didn't get you. Before? Ansh, can you come again?
Huh?
What specific image are you looking?
I'm just looking for one where he's in the inner chambers of the king, where where the stepmother is, where she is saying like to him.
Oh, where the stepmother insulted? So here
Yeah.
is something where you can find good pictures. These are actually paintings. When Mataji did this. So I'll give you this source. You can copy this and try to find. There are a lot of good images here.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Does that help answer your question? A lot of
Yes.
good images, Dhruva, connected to Dhruva. Maybe
Thank you,
next
Prabhuji.
I'll show you this story also. I mean, this picture story we have covered. Good. This might help others also. And you're all very creative. If you want to generate using AI also, you can generate easily images also. How many of you know how to generate images? Oh, no, you know that, right? It's not hard. Try it out. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna.